Clickforms information, page 13. Preferences overview. Preferences are accessed with the Edit menu. There are numerous ways you can customize Clickforms to better meet your needs. Here it shows the preferences box. It has applications that say startup, folders, databases, saving, PDF creator, photo inbox, something about set orders, file, associations maybe, something like that. And then on to the right of it, it shows application setup. At startup, you have 5 bullet points that you can check on. One of them says do nothing. For instance, do not open any container windows. The next option is create a new empty container window. The next bullet point is display the template selection dialog. The next one is open the most recently used file. And the last one is open the file. And it has a bar there where you can like type in and then press browse. Underneath that is a checkbox that says show the forms library window at startup. A little underneath that says show appraisers toolbox file open menus. And then underneath that is another checkbox that says show new desk at startup. Back under to the left of the page, the next part was document. And it says underneath that box, that document box, it says operation, display, printing, colors, fonts, and formatting. Underneath that is the users box. In the users box, it says licenses, license info, FHA, digital, SIG, cert. The next box is tools. In the tools box, it says built-in, plug-ins, user specified, and sketches preferences. In the last box, it says appraisal. And in the appraisal box, it says transfers and calculations. And at the bottom of the page, you can choose to apply, press the apply button or the OK button or the cancel button. As this is your initial setup, we will focus on the most common options. These are indicated by the green arrows. Page 14, setting preferences, startup. It shows a box. It says at the top, applications startup. Underneath that, it says at startup, and then you have 5 bullet points. The first one says do nothing. For instance, do not open any container window. The next one was create a new empty container window. The next one was display the template selection dialog. The next one was open the most recently used file. And then underneath that was the last one that said open the file. And then you had the box that you can type in and press browse. However, in this instance, there's a green box that's being focused on, that's surrounded, and it says you have a box you can check on that says show the forms library window at startup. And the one underneath that is checked, and it says use address verification when using templates. Underneath that, it says show appraisers toolbox file open menus. Underneath that, it says show new desk at startup. Click the box for desired options. New users will choose to show the forms library window. The address verification window has been re-added to Clickforms and can be set to come up when a new template is selected. Notice, address verification will not work on cloned reports or reports started from an empty file container. The next box is titled Saving. At the top it says Saving Reports. It has a box that has a check mark on it that says automatically save every. And then to the right of that, you can choose up and down. The one it has is for 5 minutes. To the right of that has another box that says Save Report Backup Files. Underneath that, there's the highlighted green portion, which they want us to focus on. It says default file name. It has 5 bullet points underneath that. The first one is Untitled. The next one is property street address. The one underneath that is report file number. The one underneath that is borrower's name. The one underneath that is invoices. To the right of that, it says report. It has 2 check boxes. The first checkbox is going to be automatically save the report properties to the report database. Underneath that one, it has another checkbox that says ask before saving the report properties in the reports database. Use the option to confine that the properties are correct before saving to the database the first time. Underneath that is comparables. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes you can check on. The first one is saying create duplicate comp entries. To the right of that is another one that says update existing comp entries. Underneath that is another box that says automatically save comparables save comparables to the comparables database when you close your report. Underneath that is another box that says always ask before saving the comparables data to the comparables database when you close your report. Underneath that is automatically save subject data to the comparables database when you close your report. And the last one says always ask before saving the subject data to the comparable database when you close your report. The box was the one that it had property street address checked on. It was talking about report file number, browser's name, invoice, and untitled. Underneath that was one box that said auto create work file folder with name of a report file. Click your preferred default file name format. Continued on next page.